What you are about to see is a real life story. The accounts have gone into great detail to give each side's version of this, an exclusive one, we understand. One of the most talked about.
Hello, big homie. How's it going?
Going good. How about yourself, brother?
Good. I'm always excited to have you on the show. It's fun. It's always a lot of fun. And this is PiFi number 110, 110. I can't believe we made that far.
Absolutely. We working, man. Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
It doesn't seem like work with you, big homie. It seems like it's just, just fun.
Yeah, we just chopping it up.
I need to learn some lingo. I'm just a rural person from Tennessee.
Man, that's why I was like, I was checking the time zone. You said 9 Eastern time. I said, all right, so he's in Tennessee. I'm in a different state. Like, all right, let me.
You're way out there.
I kept checking the stream time. I kept checking the link. Like, damn, am I late?
Right. Are you out west or are you
I'm
up
west.
north? Okay.
Yeah,
I knew you were from Chicago, but I thought you had moved from Chicago.
Yeah, definitely moved from Chicago. I'm west now, man. We got no more snow.
I won't ask you to dox yourself. I had Chicago on my mind for some reason. Let me put the comments back up here. So we have a nice crowd tonight. We have Logan Black. Thanks, Logan, for showing up. Jeff Boggs. Let's see who else. Not UFOs, probably moon. We have some flat earthers in the crowd, maybe. I don't know. I'm just kidding. A screen. I'm just kidding. I like to give the not moon people a hard time. I think we landed on the moon. I don't know. But
material, which can break pretty easy, and they may take up to 10 plus minutes.
I thought if it was okay.
Into your permanent set of teeth. Whereas Nuvia Dental.
Oh shit! I'm tripping.
Is that me? I was gonna say.
Hold on. I got the fucking.
Oh, you got the YouTube side going?
Yeah.
I thought if it was okay, I wanted to give a little shout out to Mahogany Roots because I watched your interview with her, and it was really good. I had a good time watching it.
Thank you.
But let me bring it up. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to bring screen share, so people can see, just a shot of it, and there's you two guys. Can you see that okay? Big homie, can you see that?
Yes, sir. I can see it.
So she did a really good job, and you were a lot of it. What am I trying to say? You were a perfect gentleman, and that was one thing I noticed, about the whole interview was how polite you were and she was, and just it was really nice. So I put a link to that interview in the comments in the video description. So
yeah, I gotta post it on my community tab too as well. It was a good interview.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Definitely.
So now let me I'm gonna bring up my show notes here. So I guess one of the first things I wanted to ask you about was what your thoughts were on this, I don't know, drone flap. I'm sure people have asked you this recently.
Right. I've been getting a lot of questions about this. So, but I wanted to really take some time to look at it, watch it for a little while, see if there was going to be any type of lawmaker hearing, which it was. And I wanted to see that first before I said anything. It is of my belief what we're watching is, I firmly believe that there is a separate group or entity that operates without congressional oversight. And I also believe we're also seeing some of that technology, some of our technology, and in the mix of that are some actual UAPs though. So Because
Yeah.
like the orbs that people are filming, and like when they say God is good or they're with Jesus Christ, the orbs seem to react. Same thing. Retired FBI agent John D'Souza said when people are having abduction situations, they call out for Jesus and they stop. So like I feel like that correlation right there, just off the footage that I saw and the information I've seen, seeing people from DOD and the FBI say nothing nefarious is going on. They're not shooting stuff down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I've always thought that, I have one of the smaller DJI drones. I bought one that was small enough that I could avoid the licensing requirements, right?
Right.
But I live within 20 miles of an airport, and if I get too close, the drone will not connect to the GPS network in that restricted zone.
Absolutely.
And so my thoughts have always been that these are maybe our own tech, especially if they're flying over military bases. I don't think, our own, some people are going to say, no, our military is just inept. But I know a bunch of people who were in the military.
No.
They weren't inept.
No.
And,
we're not going to go with that narrative.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that narrative. And so I think they know. I think the intelligence community knows what they are. They obviously have different transponders or frequencies they operate on than traditional commercial aircraft.
Absolutely.
And, but I'm not doubting the UAP the thing either. I just haven't seen any. All the videos I've seen, most of the videos I've seen turned out to be like these small business class jets. I don't know if you've ever seen the photographs of the underside with the light pattern on them.
I saw that. Did you see the drone that was emitting something into the atmosphere?
Who told me that was somebody in the chat might have to help me out with that. I heard. Are you talking about the one that was something to do with a Chinese lantern?
No, there was a drone spraying something horizontally down to the ground.
Okay, well, if my intelligence sources are in the chat, but there's Jan. She's not my handler, but she might have some information. Screens there. Just kidding. But I like the kid with the UFO Twitter people.
No doubt. No,
they're fun.
Yo, the UFO Twitter people are crazy. Like this is one. That's a valiant group right there.
It's valiant. They stick to their stories. That's for sure. That's funny.
No, this guy hits me up and said, "Oh, you scammed Artisan Tony." I said, "Bro."
Oh man.
I'm like, bro, do you think we would be doing another show, bro?
Man, I keep telling people that you never even ask for money. I keep telling them it never came up. And that really kind of ticked me off, to be honest with you. That was I don't get mad often, but saying a lie about you was really kind of ticked me off. So I'm glad you brought that up, because I wasn't going to, sometimes I feel like I'm beating dead horses, but that's definitely was a non-truth. You're the nicest guy. I mean,
thank you.
You've never even talked about money. So
facts. We talk about other things in the inbox for sure. Like
that's right.
I got a question for you though. I want to ask you your opinion on something.
All right.
Do you
that
believe...
doesn't happen very often?
Okay. All right. I want to get your opinion on something. What do you make of Donald Trump suing all of the news stations and then one of them having to pay $15 million?
I mean, if they committed slander or defamation, if I put myself in his shoes and they said, the problem is when you're somebody like Donald Trump who's taken so much heat over the years, sometimes you got to kind of fight back a little bit so that you can make an example out of people. And the fact that he won that suit shows that, there was some defamation. Well, I guess they settled with him. Right.
All right. So this is a 2-part question. All right. So does this mean that they stole the previous election?
Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah. What I always heard about that was that, okay, we were going through COVID, right?
Right.
And Pennsylvania, some of the states, I know Pennsylvania did pass laws that allowed for mail-in ballots because of COVID.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so the influx. Now I'm not taking this side. Okay. I'm just telling you what I've heard from the objective crowd, you know.
For sure.
And that influx of mail-in ballots made it easier for people to vote. So I think Trump, I think a lot of times he says things just to sort of, you know, get people going, you know. I like Trump. I voted for him and I predicted he would win, but I don't know what you think about him. Maybe I should have asked you first.
Yeah, so you know, I used to live in Trump. I lived in the Trump Tower before in Chicago.
Oh, I think I heard you say this once. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I obviously haven't met him or know him, so you know I can only go by. I like his economic policies. I like the way he, you know, makes America seem stronger. You know, militarily. You know, I feel like, you know, I don't think many countries. I like the idea of doing away with the IRS and doing tariffs instead. You know, I like a lot of the policies. I'm not sure that I have to like him as a person necessarily to like his policies. So.
Absolutely, I agree. Like I vote policy based. You know, I'm not really these personalities and like all of these different things that people try to play on everyone's emotions. I don't get into all of that. You know, being around political campaigns before, because you know, I had my uncle had ran for office. I was a teenager. Pardon me. My uncle had ran for office when I was a teenager, and I've seen how much level of strategy goes into those type of campaigns. Yeah. And it's like, man, like they literally plan everything out. Like who hand you shake when you walk in, what lady with the baby you're gonna hug and talk to for 10 seconds, like the whole script. So it's just like it's theater. It's theater.
Yeah, I've actually worked on several campaigns locally. I don't know if you remember Bob Corker, Senator Bob Corker.
Yeah,
he was Chattanooga mayor's before he was Chattanooga's mayor before he became U.S. Senator, and I helped you know, put up signs, and I had actually worked for him as a project manager in a housing organization in the early 90s, and so it's a lot of work. You know, it's all volunteer work, and you know, I don't think a lot of people understand how much work goes into getting somebody elected. It's not just throwing cash around. You got to spend the money.
You got to actually spend the money. Yeah, you can't just run off and go on vacation.
Kamala Harris was an expert at spending money.
Oh my goodness! And then they ended up upside down at the end of the campaign. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. What did she pay Oprah $1 million? Who was it that she paid? Oprah and who else?
Beyonce.
Beyonce, that's who I was trying to remember.
She got $1 million to come to that podium. That's the easiest money she ever made.
I think Pedal Power, he's talking about the 2020 election, not this election. He's saying they rigged the primaries. I don't know what he's talking about, but anyway. Okay, so that was my first question. Let's see, what is my second question? I have to go to my ChatGPT board here.
Let's do it.
Oh, I'm curious about this guy, Michael Franzese.
Michael Franzese, yes, sir.
Franzese. Do you mind if I should have sent you my questions first, but you mind if I ask about him?
Yeah, you can ask whatever.
Was he an ex Colombian mob boss? What was he, a narco, or what was he?
Yeah, so
I better be quiet. I better just let you answer the question.
right. No,
I don't want any of them knocking on my door tomorrow.
No, you definitely don't want that. But big salute to Michael Franzese. I was able to meet him, meet his sons, his daughter, his wife. I was able to have dinner with him and his family. So he is the former boss for the Colombo crime family. You know, this guy made $1 billion. He was a billionaire. Ended up going away for a little while. He's back home now.
Okay.
And
Well,
yeah,
that code.
he
Else.
had a little
Yeah.
vacation.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
won't pursue that one any. I was going to show a picture of. Let's see. Present. I was going to share the screen of the picture. Let's see. Someday I'll learn how to do this quicker. But there's you two together.
That's us. That's us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Two motley crew there, right there. So
Yeah. That was a full circle moment for me for sure. That was an interesting afternoon. Interesting evening, I should say.
How did that come about?
So I was trending in the Daily Mail in the UK. A gentleman by the name of Reese Dry, who is he works for Mr. Franzese. He reaches out to me through Instagram and says, "Yo, when you trending over here, I like what you do. You're very articulate. I got a lot of respect for you." But he also worked as a private bodyguard as well. So we were in that same network with each other. So yeah, he said Michael seen one of my interviews, said he wanted to sit down with me. We set up the interview. The interview did 4 million in like 8 days, something like that. So he wanted to meet in person because, he wants to assist me in some of the things that I do, off camera, in combating human trafficking. And he wants to put together an initiative with myself to try to stop the violence in Chicago. So,
it's awesome. I wasn't going to ever talk about this, but I get criticism sometimes when you're on the show, and I keep telling people he's a big man with a good heart, and I just that's why I want people to see that, and I think you're working with human trafficking, and I know another guy who actually does that, who did a couple of tours in Afghanistan, and he came back and created an investigation company. I took my training with him, but some of the training he offered me back, pistol and rifle training. But
okay, nice.
He started a investigation company, and he does recovery also.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't mind talking to him.
I'll hook you up with him.
Okay. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. I wouldn't mind talking to him.
I had some videos of him. I think I still have a few online, and he called me one day and said, "Hey, can you take this particular video down? We're getting ready to do an operation, and it's showing a little too much information." So I had to take a video down that he was in.
Okay.
He was doing some NRA instruction, which is not the it's not the high level training that you would get like at a tactical response or something like that. But
right,
he kind of upped the ante on the NRA training. He was doing some really good stuff, and I'm not sure if he's still doing it anymore. But he was really good. But that transitions into my next question. Oh well, is there anything else you want to say about him, Michael? Is it Franzese? How do you pronounce it?
Franzese.
Franzese. Okay. Well, that's good that he's doing that kind of work now. I wonder. Well, there's some questions that are kind of, I don't know. I guess I'm wondering how somebody like that transitions into civilian life.
Well, he still is in witness protection.
Okay. Well, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah. He's still in witness protection and stuff like that. It's still always a constant threat against his life.
So he doesn't mind posting. Of course, there's pictures of him on the internet, I found. So,
well,
I'll be getting a call from you. Take that video down.
Well, no photos are posted until
good.
We were long gone from the venue. We were eating dinner at for sure.
They go through Dopser or whatever.
Yeah. We got there's little protocols people got to follow for sure.
Huh? That's interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that leads me to my next question, and let me share this screen. Present share screen. It is about the video that you shared with me. Let's see, this one, not that one. This one, where
Right.
you're interviewing the fella. Is this the girl's father?
Right. So this gentleman, his daughter had been missed. This gentleman that you see on the video, that's me. That's my brother Dugar right there.
Oh, cool.
So before we take on a new client, we always go through this process. As you see here, you gotta, he's got to be searched first and foremost, because throughout this journey, there have been times where like certain organizations may have, tried to send a decoy at us. You feel me? That's something you got to be accountable for. There's been situations where someone have come into the office and they're deranged, and they tried to attack people. Crazy things happen with these people. So this is what we call a threat assessment right here. This
When I saw you
gentleman.
frisking him, I thought he was the perpetrator at first.
No, man, you just gotta check everybody. Like, you gotta check everybody. You gotta check everybody. In order to properly mitigate risk, you gotta know that there are none. So that's how it go.
How did that story end? Well, I know it had a good ending, but can you briefly say how it went?
Yeah. So we got a show coming out. I don't want to drop too many spoilers, but I will say this. He was reunited with his family member. His loved one was brought home to him. We ended up traveling down to Dallas, Texas. That's where we traced her down to, and we were able to complete a unite. So she's been reunited. It's always a good feeling to see those smiling faces at the end. So
I can imagine.
Yeah.
What? How much of that work do you do?
Well, quite a bit. So working with like rappers and entertainers and stuff like that can kind of eat away at your soul a little bit, because it's like that's a weird environment. So as we started to deviate from doing that and taking different clients, this right here, we've been having an uptick in it because human trafficking is on the rise. You can only sell a drug once. You can sell a person over and over and over. So there is evil in the world, and things do go bump in the night. And this is something I've been on a crusade on for over 10 years. I've been doing bodyguard work 17 years. Over like the last 10, I've delved into this, and it's a rewarding feeling. But at times, people in my family, like people I'm close to, like they be like, man, bro, like I'm always checking everything. Like I'm always checking everything, because like I've seen surveillance footage. A lady's jogging in the park. A guy jumps out in front of her, grabs her, throws her in the back of a van. She's never seen again. These type of things happen, and I always want to tell people, like, there's no such thing as being too careful. There's no such thing as being too careful. And what I noticed is, soon as the border was opened up, a lot of more people started to disappear off the street. And that was a major concern for me. Like, a lot more people, kidnappings just went up a lot. Like, a lot of more women and children were getting physically snatched off the street. So, I was real adamant about that. Like, something has to be done about this. Something has to be done. So I was happy to see a new presidential campaign come in. I definitely want to see the border get closed, because if you look on the ICE website, they say that over 13,000 people with murder convictions are across the border illegal and living in a undetained status. That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't have detaining space for all those people.
Crazy. That's why they building facilities for them right now. So we're gonna see.
there's some discouraging news where Biden was trying to sell some of the materials for the wall at some cheap price before Trump got into office.
This
So
guy,
there's a lot
man,
of
that's a
politics,
crazy dude.
obviously. That seems like a lot of petty stuff right there. Of course,
That's a crazy dude, man. That's a wild dude.
Let's see. What was my? You said something about on Twitter or X about getting married. Are you engaged?
So
Is
yeah,
that a bad
yeah, yeah.
question?
No. I'm actively working on that right now. You feel me? I will be engaged very soon. Like, you feel me?
I hope I didn't say anything.
No.
I didn't ruin
I am
anything.
getting married. The fact that you
Okay.
asked that, yeah, I am. Yeah, I plan on it. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's all you can do is plan, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I
Funny.
done took some precautions. I've exacted some things for sure. I'm getting a ring made right now, so it's gonna be it's gonna be. Hey, I got a ticket for you if you want to come to the wedding, man. I got you.
Oh, that would be cool, but
It's gonna be like the All-Star game, man. So just be ready for that. It's like the All-Star
center
game.
and left tackle. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. It's going down.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, my girlfriend Natalie is a fantastic lady, I must say. Like I say, I'm not gonna screw this up. I need to go ahead and
all those other ladies, now they gotta stop flirting with you, I guess.
Man, the ladies definitely be flirting with me a lot. I will say that. I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for it. I just trying to stay as humble as possible, as grounded as possible, and just keep surging ahead full speed. You feel me?
I think it's just because you're a gentleman around. I mean, you're nice. You're a nice guy. You're not one of these guys who has to kind of puff his chest up around women.
Yeah, you puffing your chest up around girls, man. You just
they know better, don't they?
Like, dude.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go back to my questions right quick. Let's see. I wanted to say I saw a cool moment. You posted a video where you were taking some food around to some homeless people. And I thought that was pretty cool. Just.
That's like normally I don't even record that type of stuff, but like I realized that ever since I had little altercations with people online, like people try to just put me in this box like I'm just some barbarian.
I don't think it hurts to. I don't. It's not like you do it every day. You're not just out there, promoting that stuff every day. I don't think it hurts once a year to show that you're.
Yeah.
I mean, it inspires people. It might inspire the people to do the same thing.
Right.
The positive people are going to take it positively. The negative people are always going to take anything negative, right? So,
right.
We do a little thing where we collect construction toys each year, and have this little thing called Toys for Tiny Artisans, and it's a card that goes in there. And what we're trying to do is, promote where it's propaganda for the construction industry.
Okay.
For toddlers, it's propaganda for toddlers. And it's and I have we have a website, and it shows how to become an apprentice and all that, and how to get your education out of the way for the construction industry.
Nice.
So we're giving out toys and hopefully planting some seeds for the future. But I don't think it's bad for me once a year to show a video, doing that kind of stuff. Hopefully it'll we can inspire the people. I know some of my friends that have passed away. One of my good friends, James Yeager, who started Tactical Response, they had a huge toy drive every year, and we would help out with that. He passed away, but
I got a toy drive coming up too. Next week we're gonna be outside passing out toys. We do one of them every year too. So
that's cool.
Yeah. You gotta give back. You gotta pay it forward. I don't think people realize how many people are almost forgotten. Almost who don't have family. It's a lot of people like that. So it's It's one of my
Oh,
good deeds.
I remember. I distinctly remember getting little Tonka trucks for Christmas, and I thought, man, this bulldozer is awesome. When I
Yeah.
grow up, I'm going to be a contractor. Yeah, I am a design build contractor, so it's kind of funny, but you know,
I actually like I had a little job in high school rehabbing houses and stuff like that. You feel me? I was one of those kids who got the Tonka truck too, the tow truck, the dump truck. As a
yeah, the
kid,
dump trucks were cool, and that's back when they were
yeah,
all metal and had rubber tires, and
back when toys were
probably
toys.
were even made in America. I don't know. They
Oh,
were. They might not have been. I don't know. But let's see.
hopefully.
What have you got this new? Have you got anything? Let's see. Recent interview. Help recover. Yeah, I got that one. What have you got? Have you got anything new for me? Anything out there?
Oh, so I got so yeah, actually I'll send you something on Twitter. Well,
And
I don't know.
anybody in the crowd who has a well, my comment thing was stuck. I didn't realize I had all these comments. Sorry, guys. The comment thing was not scrolling. It's stuck. But if you guys have any questions out there, what do you mean a captive woman or a child? I'm sorry. Go ahead, big homie.
All right.
Yeah, all the Tonka trucks now are basically plastic. But
I would like to see some jobs come back to the country, put some more quality stuff out. I'll tell you that much.
well, it's going to be it's
got-
going to take a long time because I've been in the industry for like 40 years, and it started about 30 years ago where the transition it really started. I've watched it completely transition, and it would probably take another 10 or 15 years. By the time we were able to transition back, we're going to have robots doing that work.
AI is definitely coming for a lot of different jobs and a lot of different stuff right now. AI is coming. So here I got a presentation coming up that I'm going to be making because I've been studying something for a long time, and I feel like there is a missing gap in human history, in our history. And I've been putting in my 10,000 hours of research, so I sent you a DM on X. Now, when you look at that photo, it's an actual article and everything as well.
Oh, cool.
So on the
it's
right,
that quantum entanglement.
right? So quantum entangled photons and the yin and yang symbol are the exact same thing. That's the same image. So if the yin and yang existed 1,500 years before Christ, that means somebody knew about quantum entangled photons before Christ. So just how you got certain tribes in the indigenous areas, they are aware of certain stars in the sky. I firmly believe that there is a missing segment in history. And, I see what Graham Hancock does. I see what Billy Carson does. But I haven't seen them put it in a presentation format listing a series of facts where people can build and actually have real data on. Because, Billy Carson quotes the Sumerian tablets a lot, but it's written in cuneiform. People, only gonna go off what you say so much. Like I really want my presentation to be respected. So I want it to be set up where everything comes with certain links where it can be fact checked from actual data. So I'm getting ready to release that. I'll make sure you get a copy of it first.
Oh, cool. I was thinking that the yin and yang thing was the way they manipulated the. I'm not sure. Did they manipulate the photons or the result of that? But I haven't read it. I need to read up on it there.
And
But
then
it looks very interesting.
Very interesting because Bob Lazar stated that one of the craft that he worked on at S4 was an archaeological find. So And then, I heard Luis Elizondo say, what if we found a Boeing 747 jet in a pharaoh's tomb? So I know a gentleman who is coming out as a whistleblower, and he stated that his team found a craft that they carbon dated the area around it to be 25,000 years old. So this to me seems to add credence to what Tom DeLonge said about they come from outside of time. He said UFOs come from outside of time. And it also adds credence to what we heard congressional members say. They call them extra dimensionals. So if you look at cave paintings, the cave paintings and older artwork show the exact same saucer-shaped craft that we see today. So does that mean the technology has never improved or something like that? That would make it makes sense that maybe they come from outside of time, because if time is indeed linear, that means our timeline and their timeline are connected. So that's going to add more credence to why you hear stories about unidentified objects turning off nuclear missiles, shooting down nuclear warheads out the sky, because it's very clear there are other dimensions. This is not base reality. So if a nuclear explosion is causing tears and causing problems in that world, they don't want that to go off. So I feel like all of this is connected, and I'm going to make a presentation. I'll make
That
sure
should be
you get
interesting.
it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've always thought, I don't know why I've always thought that I have this little theory that time is demolished at the speed of light. So there is only now, and there's no future. There's no past or future. But that's just something I have. Sometimes you have this intuition. You don't know why.
Right.
Your mind just makes up things. If you're creative, you get lots of thoughts flowing through your head. And
absolutely.
I have this little thing where I like to play redneck scientist, and so I'll put these little paper. I put a couple of them up on the website, the PiFi website, and that one's called Temporal Demolition or something like that. So I think to me it explains time dilation, but it also explains why we can't go to the past or the future. We can displace ourselves in time, but we can't manipulate time. Anyway.
Right. But if somebody is operating outside of our dimension, maybe they could manipulate our timeline.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, extra dimensional would be outside of our timelines, I guess. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. What is Panel Power saying? He's saying
Bankruptcy Act of 1871. Let me see.
I'm almost afraid to put his up here sometimes, but they're so long, and it's going to say. I'm just kidding. He's a code breaker. He's probably got code built into his comments for other code breakers. Warp speed. But they know that they are not our creators, so they are not trying to warp speed. Okay. He was on the show a couple of shows ago. He's an interesting fella. He's a code breaker, and anyway, he has an interesting story. He has lots of interesting stories, but
so
too long to tell.
He says they know they are not our creators. Right.
No, yeah, I mean, to me, this is why I think it's silly that people think that the possibility of ET is threatening to like Christians, but I'm not threatened by it. If there's any other life out there and you're a Christian, you just believe that God created it, so there's no conflict. I certainly don't think that
seems pretty simple right there. That seems pretty simple to me, but it's like they feel like ontological shock is going to come and people are going to melt down.
The people who are saying these things love to create, hysteria or whatever. So
Absolutely.
that you've heard the excuse, oh, we can't tell Christians about ET because they'll go crazy. No, I don't know any Christians who are going to go crazy if they find out.
The church will be filled that day.
Yeah, that's right. They can pass the plates that day.
Church will be at capacity that day.
Oh, that's funny.
People are crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've always thought. I don't know. I've never thought there was really a reason that they would have to be extra dimensional because we can only sense a certain spectrum of light, and I always thought maybe, or even dark energy or dark matter. So I wonder if sometimes they exist on a, in that realm where we just can't sense them as humans. We evolved on Earth, so they evolved somewhere else, maybe.
They evolved somewhere else. They definitely, and it's just like I'm trying to. There's one thing about like that comment the last gentleman made about they know they are not our creators is interesting to me because Dr. Gary Nolan said that there's evidence that there are several different factions of NHI and they don't get along with each other.
Gary, I was really disappointed. I had like 10 questions I was going to ask him related to that. And one of his assistants came in and said, "It's time to go," right after I got past the science questions. And I hope I can get him back sometime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was interesting. I was wanting to talk about his research first, and I spent a whole hour talking about that. And then when we got to the good stuff, I don't mean good stuff as in the other was bad. I just mean, the stuff UFO Twitter wants to hear. It was, it got cut off. But anyway. But I like Gary. I'm just not sure. I always think of things. What is the most simple explanation? And the simplest explanation would be that that extra dimensions aren't required, right? That they don't have to traverse those dimensions, and that would require them being on a spectrum that we can't perceive in our 3 dimensions. So anyway, I have weird thoughts. Parson Tony, dude, do you know there's no physical evidence, alien tech, or we know we're just talking, man. There's not a lot of evidence for a lot of things, I mean, we didn't think there was we didn't think there were black holes until we theorized there were black holes, and then we found one. So
there is physical evidence, though.
So, yeah, somebody may have physical evidence.
Dr. Roger Lear had a whole campaign where he removed implants from people, and some of them would move when he tried to remove them. And the isotopes of the metals inside of these objects don't exist on Earth.
Well, thanks for coming in, William Runner.
See you later, William.
Appreciate the comment. I'm not ready to write off. People think I'm a debunker. I'm not. I'm just objective. I'm not ready to write off extraterrestrial life.
Y'all you gotta look up Dr. Roger Lear hacking the alien internet. You gotta check that out.
I just think the universe is too big to make that judgment right now.
Man,
we can't even see the extent of the universe. Light hasn't traveled. We can only see the distance that light has traveled and come back to us. So, I mean, to say that, no, there's no evidence of extraterrestrial life is kind of silly, I think.
That's
and,
crazy. That's crazy.
I haven't seen any evidence of it, but I would like to, I keep asking, nobody will bring it to me.
You gotta check out that Dr. Roger Lear hacking the alien internet, bro. That'll open your eyes.
Is there another Lear? Who was the other? Was it Steve? Who was the other Lear?
Roger is Roger Lear, and then it's
Where's Grider? Where's my Intel guy? He's not. I don't see him in the chat. He's supposed to be answering some of these questions for me. No, Grider on Twitter is got
John Lear.
John Lear. Yeah, I knew there was another Lear. But have a everybody needs to check out Grider on Twitter. He's really good at accumulating open source intelligence and disseminating it. He's good at that. Grider's hosting his own listening room. Oh, I thought you were going to say hosting his own live stream. I was going to be mad. Oh, that's funny.
Non-compete.
That's right. So that's cool. When are you going to do that presentation?
I'm going to do the presentation. It's going to be after the first of the year. I'm thinking like mid-January I'll have it done.
Is that going to be, our tickets going to be expensive?
No, it's going to be free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm doing it online. I'm going to make the presentation online.
So you're not grifting. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not grifting.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I actually don't have a problem with people making a living, but some people think that if you're making a living with this topic, you're automatically a grifter. But I think as long as you're being sincere about it and you're doing proper research and you're truthful as far as you know, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Facts. Yeah, as long as you're just not out here poisoning the population. Didn't the word grifter derive from like carnival circus day era? That's
a good question. Somebody in the chat, tell us where. Yes, ChatGPT. It's going to say it's a colloquial term or whatever. Let's see.
Grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. Sheesh.
But we're asking where it came from.
Yeah, Cambridge English. It's a grifter origin.
Oh, somebody beat me to it. You must have
circus slang. How did I? Yeah,
you must have special access. I don't even see the comment you're reading.
Yo, the fact that I remembered that is crazy. That is actually circus.
It sounds like a circus term, doesn't it?
So my ChatGPT said originated in the early 20th century as a combination of word grift and the suffix "er." It was originally used in circus slang, gradually came to have a broader meaning. Wow.
Well, you're good. You're faster on ChatGPT than I am. I was having to go through all your notes to get to the end. At the bottom of the list and ask the question. Huh. That's interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd go back and forth on the dimensional thing. I mean, it's possible that they're living in the ocean somewhere. I don't know.
What they just say about the drones, they seen 60 of them come out the ocean, come from over the ocean, and then over LaGuardia Airport, which is crazy. So they got trans.
I haven't even seen that. Is there a video, or I haven't seen that?
Yeah, well, that's what the sheriff came out and said. He said that at the hearing. I didn't see a video of it, but the sheriff said that's what he saw on the Coast Guard boat.
I always run my sightings through Mick West before I post them.
Mick West is an interesting guy, man. I
actually like Mick. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know why people give him a hard time.
You need people like Mick West.
Yeah. I've had him on the show before, I think twice, and he's a gentleman, just like you. He's easy to get along with. He's not as pious as people think. He's got that British. I've got several friends that are from Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
One of them comes over every year and visits me, and they're just like, their sense of humor is different. Their lingo is different. We don't call each other wankers like they do.
Wanker.
And I just think you have to get used to the personality, and then but I think he means well,
You can't, you gotta always, if you're an investigator, you definitely gotta keep an open mind. You can't just walk around and say, "Oh, that's a UFO. There's a UFO. There's a UFO. Oh, there's Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot." You gotta also be skeptical as well. So that's the only way you can collect actual good data.
See, Screen agrees.
If you're not entertaining all sides of the argument, then you're not doing the research. That's a very dope comment.
What's that?
profound.
What's that capital G? Is that code for something? He's got all the G's capitalized.
He might,
We're
he
we're
might
putting
be
out
a,
we're putting out secret messages.
he might be a G. He might be a G. He might be a real gangster out here, Tony.
I don't know what that means. I'm a naive person. I thought it had to do with the Masons or something.
Oh shit.
I don't know, but well, that's interesting. Well, what else have you got for me, big homie? I'm through all my. Has anybody in the audience got any questions? I'm through all my questions, and I got it. He's on a 3G cell phone. What does that mean? That's funny.
I got a TV show getting ready to come out called "Can't Make This Shit Up." It's dropping on Look Who TV. An episode called "The Big Homie." That's gonna be dope. We got that
Oh,
coming
really?
out.
You're. Who else is in there with you?
Well, it's just a story about me. So like,
Are you serious? Wow.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'll send you over the trailer.
You're kind of blowing up, big homie.
Yeah, man, I am.
I remember when you were just big homie.
You're right. Yeah, man, I'm getting a lot of traction. Man. Getting a lot of attention. I'm grateful for it. You know.
What's the show about?
So the show is about things I've seen in the industry and some of my personal experiences will be told in a cinematic form.
That's cool.
Yes, sir.
I bet it's going to be better than some documentaries I've seen where they just use old news footage or
right. Oh yeah, it's definitely
congressional footage or
definitely gonna be better than that for sure.
You'll have to get. Never mind. I better be quiet. I'll get myself in trouble.
No, don't want to do
that. When's that coming out?
So that's gonna be out. It might be out. I think it's coming out on New Year's Eve, actually.
That's quick. So you've already filmed it?
Yeah. I filmed it. I filmed it 3 months ago, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm showing up to the studios, filming 7-8 hours a day. That was a grind right there.
Was that Hollywood or somewhere else?
So this was the film studio is actually in Las Vegas, so I was filming it out there. It's called Look Who Television. It's an app you can download. It's like Netflix.
Huh.
Yeah, it's on a streaming network called Look Who TV.
I'll have to subscribe to that or do whatever I need to do to see that. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, man. I'll send you over the trailer when we get
Is your brother in there? Dugar, is he in there?
Dugar's in there. Dugar got an episode coming out too.
Wow. Huh. I'm going to be nosy. Was that your girlfriend earlier in the background?
Oh, you seen my girlfriend in the background?
No, I didn't really see her.
Yeah.
I saw somebody.
Yeah. That was her. That was her.
I'm just being nosy. Sorry.
I seen her too, but I didn't want to say nothing because she'd
be mad at me for pointing it out.
She would have flipped out.
I ain't gonna be your best man anymore, sorry. Well, big homie, I hope I'm trying to think of something else. Unless you've got anything else, we don't have. I don't have any more questions unless you've got something else.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I'll send you something right now.
Let me look at this. Let's see.
Let's see what you think about this.
Ride the waves. Yeah. Now, big homie's not Hawk Tall Girl, okay? His wave's going to last longer than her Hawk Tui or whatever her name is. She had her 15 minutes of fame. I think.
Oh, right.
You're a better person.
Yeah, that was weird. That was that whole scene was weird.
Yeah, it was strange, but that's I don't know. I better be quiet. I always end up getting myself in trouble for the stuff I say, but
don't get in trouble, man. Don't get in trouble. Don't get canceled, Tony.
I keep forgetting these things are recorded. Just because they're live doesn't mean they go away.
Hello. That's a fact. All right, let's go ahead. Well, all right, you got the link on. It's been sent right now.
Okay. Okay, let me bring that up, and we shall see. present screen share. I'm going to learn how to do this quicker. Let's see. Where did it come up? Let's just do it again. Giving away all the top secret information. Here we go. So, former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. Didn't this happen a while back, though? Wasn't this like years ago that he did that? Or is this a different guy?
No, this.
Oh, it says 2020. I remember this. I remember that when he did that. That's crazy.
Right. Now I sent you another link.
What do you think about this? I mean, it's kind of interesting that he and there was a Canadian prime minister or somebody also who came out right.
Right. Now, he said that that's three. We got the Israeli space chief saying it.
Am I still screen sharing? I guess so.
Yep.
Oh no, Forbes. They want me to give my social security number. Here we go. So Iran says tall white space aliens control America. That sounds racist to me. I don't know. I think they're calling Donald Trump a tall white alien.
No. See, there's a whole narrative. There's a whole narrative about one of these species of people that allegedly have a hand in what's going on. So that's so Paul Hellyer, the Canadian Secretary of Defense, said it. Then the Israeli space chief says it, and the Iranian government says
it. Are these people? I never really did any background research on them. Were they like involved with the intelligence agencies? Like, was this an Israeli guy involved with the Mossad when he was younger or something? Because sometimes you got to look at their history. You know, they'll be like some Mossad dude, and maybe this is propaganda or something. I don't know.
Right. Okay. So now,
no, I'm not. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not.
Oh no. Yeah, you got to keep it open mind.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I don't know his history. So let's see. Unidentified flying objects have asked not to. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. What? Humanity is not ready yet. Chaim Ashed, former head of the Israeli Defense Ministry Space Directorate. I'm sorry, I've been staring at the screen all day doing CAD work, and my eyes get blurry.
Okay. All right. So I sent you one more link.
Okay. One more link.
All right. So it's gonna be a video, right? And now, when it gets to 10 seconds on the video, pause it.
Let me turn the volume down for a second.
All right.
Can you hear the audio?
No, I don't hear it.
So I need to go 1 second. I forgot to share the audio.
All right.
Let's see. Oh man, I have too many tabs open. I'm sorry. Let's close this one. And let's go back here to StreamYard. Present. Oh, it does say include. Okay. Share screen. And that was the YouTube. Let me close that. We've done that.
Mm-hmm.
We did that one. We did that one. You didn't have anything to. Your point is that not exactly what they said. Can you hear it now?
I don't hear it, but
does the audience hear it?
okay, so basically, Joe Rogan. Rogan asked him, have they told him about UFOs? He said, they told me a lot. And if you pause it at 10 seconds, the face he makes that's the face he makes before he goes on to explain kind of what he knows a little bit, you know. And if you look at that at 10 seconds, his that face says it all. It says it all. It lets us know, you know, we not the top of the food chain.
You know, you wonder. I mean, I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but you do wonder how, and I guess our government has gotten so big that it can just run itself. But you do wonder sometimes how things are so congruent or, you know, run without really. In other words, the White House could be closed down if we wanted it to, and this country would just run itself.
Facts.
Somebody would be running it, right?
Somebody would be running it.
And that's interesting. To me, what's this comment? To me, the phenomenon is more of a perceiving the fabric of the universe or inner workings of reality as much as we can, being limited by our five senses. That's kind of what I was saying, isn't it? Yeah, about perceiving our senses, you know, that maybe we're just not perceiving the spectrum they're on.
Yo, screen. Are you familiar? I see your comment right here where you said, I was giving this lady a ride by the airport and we got buzzed by a metallic sphere, and she told me the devil was following me. So have you heard about Mr. Patrick Jackson and the Bet Sphere investigation he's done?
They want to see his face, so
okay, yeah, they want to see Trump's face at 10 seconds.
Probably okay, 10 seconds. Let's see what's going on here, and I'll pause.
Yo, the comments say Dugar can open 2 cans of beer at the same time.
That one?
Using only his eyelids.
Oh, I see that one.
He tougher than carbon steel. Let's go.
Is that can you see? Am I screen sharing that?
I don't see anything on the screen share.
Let me screen share. Okay, yeah. I know StreamYard needs to make this like a 1-button thing instead of 3 clicks. Okay.
Yeah, they got to optimize it. Easier accessibility.
That's it. You got the lingo. Okay, is that the look?
Yes, sir.
He has that I can't say anything. I can't say what I want to say look on his face, right?
That's a disappointed look right there. Like, yeah, it's not so good. That face says it all right there. That says it all right there.
Well, big homie, I'd love to keep you another hour, but I'm losing all my brain is going empty.
All good. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I've found that if I start to suffer from lack of questions, it's best that I just wait till next time. I thought I was.
Yes, sir.
I thought I had questions for like 2 hours. We flew through some of them because some of them were kind of touchy, like the Colombian dude. We couldn't really talk much about him. So
Italian dude.
I thought he was a Francis. What's his name?
Michael Franzese. You know, he's from an Italian mob.
Oh, I thought it was Colombian.
No. He was from the Colombo crime.
Oh, well, that's okay. I have a lineage from the Italian mob, so I ain't worried about it now.
Yes, sir. There we go. I knew you was a G.
I was worried there for a second. No, I got some of my subcontractors kid with me and tell me that I get a pass from the narcos or something. You know, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure they're just kidding. But no, I like them. I've known a couple of my guys for like 20-something years. So
Nice.
yeah, they're citizens. They've been here a long time. But
Nice.
they complain about the I don't know if I should say this, but there's a certain country that they complain about that's coming up, and they're a little bit crazier than the others. So they're complaining about those. But other than that,
For sure. Definitely.
and there seems to be a
Understood.
network because I'll see new people on the crew for like 2 weeks, and then they'll just be gone. And I'll ask them what happened to this guy. And he moved on up north or something. It's like they come through and work a while and then go on to their final destination or something.
Right.
I'm not sure how the network works, but
Interesting.
good looking out, Tony with big tell. All right. Well, thank you, big homie. I really appreciate it.
Big salute to you, Tony. Till next time. I'll be ready.
I can't wait to see your show. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get you all the trailers and everything before the night is over, bro. So you can be up to speed.
Oh wow, that's very cool. That's awesome. I think it's going to be bigger than. Do y'all talk about UFOs or anything in there? Or is it just about your life? When you?
Oh yeah. Some of that get brought up too.
Oh wow, I think that'll be bigger than the program. James Fox's the program. I'm going to get myself in trouble now.
I gotta watch that. Matter of fact, that's what I'll watch tonight. I'll watch the program tonight.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
All right.
I better say that. I better dig myself out of a hole.
For sure.
But I do think yours is going to be. I mean, just from knowing you, I think yours is going to be. I don't want to say better. It's going to be interesting. To me, it'll be. Let's say this. I can honestly say I think it'll be more interesting. And I guess if I knew James, I might say they're equal or something. I don't know. He hasn't volunteered to come on the show, so.
Oh well, we gotta work on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, big homie, and I really appreciate it. And till next time.
Till next time, brother.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Later.
All right. That was fun. Always have a good time with big homie, and really appreciate him coming on the show. I don't know. I just like him. He's a big teddy bear. I'm sure if you cross him, he's not a big teddy bear, but I think he is. All right. Let's go to our trusty outro. Unless anybody's got any comments. Does anybody have any final comments? Thanks for the love, guys. Yeah, Pedal Power. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for being here, and thanks for taking part in the show. And Gary and Screen, Biometric, big homie. I'm telling you guys, my eyes. I have this humongous monitor, and I draw. Do a lot of CAD work, and it just at the end of the day, your eyes are gone, and you sleep. And you wake up and they're okay again. They're good for another 16 hours. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming. And I really appreciate the participation in the chat. It's awesome.